Your Excellency, by the way you're living now, if your name is mentioned in history, would it be an example of what others should emulate or a warning of what others should avoid? Hi, my name is Noel Astonish, and it is my intent to inspire people around the world to fulfill destiny. Today I'd like to share with you on Destiny Model, warnings and examples of destiny. The human destiny can be defined from two angles. Number one, the word destiny talks about destination. The human destiny, between where you are and where you are supposed to be, which is your destination, is a journey. For every journey that we embark on, there are two possible outcomes, positive one or a negative one. Everybody prays for the positive, but we also know that for the positive to become our lot, we have to align with the right principles. The enemy does not want us as a people to arrive positively at the right destination, which is fulfillment. Therefore, it throws along our path distractions and all manner of things that could dissuade us from fulfilling destiny. But the will of the Creator is for us to arrive at the destination positively. You know that the word destiny is derived from a Latin word destinare, which means to make firm and to establish. The intention of the Creator for you and me is to fulfill destiny, to make our destiny firm. The word model means a representation, pattern, example, mode, and standard of what is worth imitating. We have different models for different purposes. We have business model, financial model, marriage model, parenting model, and so on and so on and so forth. These are examples of what is worth emulating. The term role model was coined by a gentleman, Robert K. Mentor, and this is a person that has attained a height that others are willing to emulate, to imitate, to become like. A while back, a young artist contacted me for a session. We met at the office and he told me what the challenge was. It has to do with making some tough decisions relating to his career and his life, as it were. I knew where the problem was. I asked him, "Sir, what is your vision? What is your mission? What is your strategy for life?" And he was like, I don't know. I don't know what is all of that about. I said, "No problem. Tell me, who is your role model?" He smiled and he mentioned 5 names. I said, "Good. Let's stick with the first 3. We hopped on the internet. We checked their history. The first 3, the first guy is in jail. The second person has 6 scandals and is divorced. The third guy committed suicide." I said, "My dear," even before I said anything, I noticed the sound in the room. There was silence, and the silence was almost deafening. "Is this how you want to end?" I asked him. He said, "No way, no. He said, "So why are they your mentor? Why are they your role models?" I was like, I never knew I need to check all of this. He said, "You know what? Success in one aspect cannot compensate for the other. That somebody is doing well financially or in their area of calling does not make them your role model." And why is this important? See, your role models are the picture of your future. If they get it wrong, they will influence you consciously or unconsciously to do the same. What does Mother Teresa and Adolf Hitler have in common? Number 1, strong personality. Number 2, impact that is noticeable. Number 3 is memories charged with strong emotion. We know that Mother Teresa cared for people, and we know that Adolf Hitler uses his power to bring pain to many. How did he die? Adolf Hitler died on April 4th, 1945. he committed suicide in his underground bunker. Mother Teresa died on September 5th, 1997, blissfully and peacefully. Wow. Two people, strong brands, but who stood for different things. These are role models. You'll be amazed that some people have Adolf Hitler as their role model. But if they have really checked it out, they could have been in a better place to decide for themselves. What if one is living on the wrong path now? Is it an hopeless case? No, it isn't. In fact, there are people who have once lived on the wrong lane. They stood for the wrong ideas, and the moment they knew, they changed their path. See, a good name is better than wealth, better than silver or gold. I remember the story of the founder of Nobel Peace Prize. His name is Albert Bernard Nobel. He was a Swedish chemist, an engineer, an inventor, a businessman, and a philanthropist. He had over 355 patents in his name. Wealthy, powerful man, and he was popularly known for the invention of dynamite. In 1888, Alfred's brother, Ludwig, died on his way to Cannes, and a French newspaper company erroneously published Alfred's obituary. Now, his brother died, but they published his own obituary. And this is what the newspaper wrote. They said, "The man who found the fastest way to kill more people has eventually died. The merchant of death is dead." When he read the paper, he was devastated. He became very concerned for himself. Is this how I'm going to be remembered? No way. Alfred had no wife, nor children. And he knew that the only thing that could keep his legacy on is a good memory or bad memory he leaves behind. He became very concerned. He began to look for ways to correct his wrong. He began to look for ways to right his wrong. And he came up with an idea that is going to promote peace in the world. It's going to give a award that would be like the biggest acknowledgement anybody can receive in their career. And he came up with one, Nobel Peace Prize. He gave over more than half of his estate, finance, to support his Nobel Peace Prize. And today, we all know about Nobel Peace Prize. Almost nobody remembers the fact that he invented dynamite that kills people. It doesn't matter how you have lived until now. All that matters is the decision you're making from here on. Do you want to become an exemplary leader, a role model? You want your destiny to also mark as a model for others that will come after you. It is possible. If Alfred Nobel can do it, sure you can. Anybody can. If the willingness is all that matters. Number one, get feedback. Great leaders are great because of feedback. Les Brown once said that you cannot see the picture when you are in the frame. You need another person's view of who you are to get to know what you are doing, if it is right or wrong. Feedback, they say, is the champion's lunch. Please get feedback. Anybody that gives you feedback, in fact, pay them instead of fighting them. Number two, be teachable. Sometimes feedbacks are hard on us. Especially it depends on how we are given. Some people can just give you push. That is bad. That is. Absorb the pain. See it from the angle that this person is helping you. When they tell you things that are harsh on you, don't become bitter. Alfred Nobel was powerful, rich, strong. He knew people. He could literally wreck that newspaper company. But he said, no, these guys have just given me a feedback. of how the world out there sees me. I'm going to learn from this experience and I'm going to turn my situation around. And it did. It takes a teachable spirit to do that. Please be teachable. Never get to a point where nobody can talk to you, because pride goes before a fall. Number 3, be solution oriented. Imagine you are Alfred Nobel. You saw all these things written about you. You've got feedbacks. You are teachable. What do you think he did? He began to make research. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? For you to do this in your own personal life, think on paper. Write list. Okay, I can do this. I can do that. Come up with lists. 10, 20, 100. Whatever number you have to get to before you know that this is what I'm supposed to do. Do. By the time you come up with those lists, pick the one that is best. In fact, it doesn't matter. You can even get a team to work together on this project, because it's a project to make your life full, for you to fulfill destiny. It's a project. You should have accountability partners that help you to make sure that you are not missing the mark. Be solution oriented. It works. Number 4, be the best version of yourself. Because your role model does things like this, like that, doesn't mean you have to do exactly the same thing. No. What matters is the principle. If you understand the principle, then you can adapt it to your situation. The artist that contacted me that I spoke about sings. I told him about some artists that smoke, and do drugs because their role model does the same thing. They think, or they've associated the act of indulging in all this substance abuse with creativity, which is not. That the guy is creative and he does all these things does not mean that that is the fuel of his creativity. He might have a strong work ethic. He might have coach and all of those things helping him to be good. Besides the drugs, you can take this good aspect and leave the bad. Be yourself. Be real. That your role model speaks fast does not mean you have to. If it does not fit into your own lifestyle, be the best version of yourself, not a copycat. God did not create us as a photocopy of the other. We are unique. You are unique and you matter. Everything about you is designed to spec. Be the best version of yourself. Number 5, which is the last point today, is associate with exemplary leaders. At some point in my life, I was trying to correct a particular character flaw that I had, and most of the people who even criticized me for doing what I did then, based on the knowledge I had, I noticed they were doing the same thing. You are telling me this thing is wrong, but even you are doing it. And it dawned on me that I am surrounded with bad models. I had to replace them with good ones, with those who don't even need to tell me, but by the way they deal with same situation, same circumstance, I knew this is possible. Because what you see, you cannot deny. Once somebody has modeled something good to you, it naturally just sinks into you that it is possible. I remember the story of the first guy to run 1 minute race, Roger Bannister. Before he came along, everybody said it's not possible. But the day he did it, that same week, thousands of people across the world did the same thing because they've seen it happen. They say if you run with 5 broke people, you will be the 6th. Your association matters. Destiny is not negotiable, and everything we have to do to protect it is worth it. Birds of the same feather flies together. Folks of the same mindset and character are friends together. Please let us pay attention to who our associations are. because it matters if we will fulfill destiny or not. Your Excellency, you are a bundle of joy. You are meant to live life full, enjoy the best life has got to offer, and to finish strong in life. Please note that the way you live your life is not just about you, yourself, but about us as a people. Psychologists have proven that how we live our life, consciously and unconsciously, affects lives of many because we influence them. The way you dress today, somebody might dress like that tomorrow just because they like the way it looks on you. The way you live your life today will influence others to live their life like that, whether it is good or bad. Please be a blessing to them, not a curse. And I know that you will fulfill destiny.